Really good.
When you hear Dave talk about 21 seniors, 11 starters, and how gratifying that process is, where are you guys in that process, and how important is that process to getting where you want to go?
I think we have 10 seniors. Obviously he's in his 5th year. I'm in my 2nd, so that's the difference. And
right.
When you're, there's attrition anytime you take over a new situation. So we've had our share, certainly, but when you're able to recruit your guys and have that be a part of going into your 5th season, you own the guys that you have there on campus as far as the talent level, the ability level, and the character, and that's something you see at NC State.
How big a factor will that be on game day? Can you tell?
I think the experience. We're going to have some new faces, especially on the defensive side of the ball, playing in this environment against a really good football team. So there's no doubt that it'll be an experience issue for us early on to make sure we don't ask our guys to do too much and think instead of just reacting and playing the game.
Being able to play games like this, though, how does it help continue to build a program? You mentioned you're just going into your 2nd year here. How do games like this help?
Well, I think I love neutral site games, and especially in the footprint of your recruiting base. And Coach Tanner and I have talked about that, whether it's in Charlotte or Atlanta or anywhere in the state of Florida. That's where we go recruit, and to be able to have the exposure, in your recruiting footprints is very important.
What's been the reception to recruiting in the Charlotte area? This is an area outside of Rock Hill that South Carolina really hasn't seemed to recruit a whole lot traditionally.
Well, we've got 3 coaches full-time here that recruit the Charlotte area, and I think we've had 6 in the state of North Carolina. But there's some really good players, and you go back in South Carolina's history, and Melvin Ingram and Travian Robinson. There's some really good players from the state of North Carolina. All the Havelock guys that have come and played at South Carolina and had great careers. So it's critical for us to do a good job in North Carolina because of the lack of numbers in our state. We only have 4.5 million people. We've got to be able to recruit the state of North Carolina.
And how big is this game from that perspective in terms of opening eyeballs?
I don't know that one game defines you as far as your recruiting. And if it does define you with the recruit, I don't know if you want the recruit. So, but I think that the exposure, as much as anything, the style of offense, the style of defense, special teams, and the way your team plays, I think can help you with the recruit.
You mentioned their 4 defensive linemen are very good players.
Really good.
I know it's a long way off till the game gets here, but just thinking about them, what kind of concerns will they
Well, they're
bring
very disruptive. They're very athletic. They were all guys, as Dave said earlier, that played very young and have all stayed, with the program this year and had opportunities to possibly go to the NFL draft and decided to come back for their senior year. But they're really talented and they're very disruptive.